Take it away, Anna.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining our Healthy Cells, Healthy Life presentation. Elena and myself worked very hard to put it together, and we are welcoming you with us. I hope you'll enjoy it. Elena, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Anna. So, hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us this evening. We are excited to be here with you. And before I start the presentation, I just want to say that we have a panel of beautiful doctors that are joining us also. So after the presentation, if there are any questions, they're here to address us. So we have Dr. Nan, who is a pediatrician, and she's been in practice for over 30 years, helping people just like you. We have Dr. Lucia, who is a natural medicine doctor. She's also an osteopath, acupuncturist, and she has a practice of over 25 years as well. We have Dr. Andrea. She's an osteopath and an acupuncturist. We have Adonna, who is a personal trainer, and she also has a degree in biochemistry. And also Mariana, who is a cardiovascular nurse, and she's been practicing this for over 25 years. Welcome, ladies. I will do my best to make the presentation fun. One thing I would love to ask you is nothing in the chat until I finish the presentation, and then I will open it for questions and answers. A little bit about myself and my experience with ASEA. I've discovered ASEA not long ago. I was about to have an implant on one of my front tooth, and here comes Anna and talks to me about ASEA. The first thing I went and I looked was realreduxresults.com, and this is where I found my answers. I found how this product works on a cellular level, the science behind it, and how good it is for our health. Once I started on the program, within 2 months, my tooth was back to normal and was not moving anymore. So I really saved myself a $10,000 bill. I'm going to play this video for you because it has an overview of what ASEA really is and what redox signaling is all about. So let's should start. There we are.
Hello, my name is Alan Noble and welcome to realredoxresults.com. On this website, you have access to lots of videos of real people sharing real results that they've experienced using ASEA's advanced redox signaling technology. You can simply browse through the videos or pick a particular subject that is important to you. However, if this is your first introduction to ASEA, then allow me to give you a brief overview so you can better understand why people are experiencing such amazing results. ASEA Redox represents a cutting-edge health and anti-aging technology, a new category in science that for 2 decades science had declared was impossible. A technology that many experts are calling the single greatest health science breakthrough of our lifetime. A great place to start is to get clear on what ASEA Redox is not. It is not a vitamin, a mineral, antioxidant, exotic juice, essential oil, or CBD oil. In fact, this technology goes beyond nutrition and ingredients, and yet can impact your health at a depth that no other supplement has ever come close to achieving. For many people, ASEA Redox is the missing link to better health and vitality. To grasp this breakthrough, you must understand that your body is the most complex communication network on Earth. Every second of every day, your cells pass tremendous amounts of important information throughout the body. Any breakdown in this communication, in this signaling, and you cannot achieve your full health potential. A simple example. Your home goes on fire and you call the fire department. They have the fire truck, firefighters, fire hose, everything they need to put out the fire. However, if you don't have a good cell signal, they don't get the message and your home goes up in flames. Well, it's the same in your body. If your cells can't signal, then little else matters. ASEA Redox is the world's first redox signaling supplement that harnesses the power of the same redox signaling molecules that your body uses for this critical signaling process. This astonishing technology with two delivery systems, the ASEA Redox drink and the topical gel, Renew 28, has been validated by third-party independent science, and thanks to multiple patents, there is nothing else like it in the world. In a recent independent 8-week study with Torre Laboratories, a leading genetic research lab, it was found that drinking ASEA Redox could increase important gene signaling pathways by up to 31%, impacting 5 major areas of health: immune function, inflammatory response, cardiovascular and digestive health, as well as hormone balance. So at this point, let's take a listen to what health and medical professionals are saying about ASEA's redox signaling technology.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants, and the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
So as you can hear, ASEA Redox truly is being hailed as the most significant health science breakthrough of our lifetime. And it's not just health. Casual athletes all the way to Olympic athletes are experiencing improvements in endurance, strength and recovery, beating personal bests and breaking documented world records. In a recent university study, mice drinking ASEA for only 7 days ran 29% further to exhaustion due to significant metabolic shifts as their body started to burn more fat as fuel. And I'm sure you've heard it said that seeing is believing. Well, this same technology, when applied to the skin, results in a healthy, clear complexion, tighter, younger-looking skin, while dramatically reducing wrinkles, stretch marks, cellulite, and many other signs of aging, all while using the body's natural renewal processes. I want to thank you for taking some time and watching this brief overview.
Beautiful. So now that we've seen an overview, I just want to cover some of the reasons why people tend to look at ASEA. Number one is health. Maybe they have a health issue of their own and they want to know more to see how they can help themselves. Maybe they have a loved one that have a health issues and they really want to help. And this is one product that I feel we should all share it with people that we care about, friends, families, and loved ones. Maybe you're looking to be feeling younger, and I will show you some slides how these products can help you looking and feeling much younger. Maybe you are an athlete and you're looking to improve your performance. Redox signaling molecules helps you have that stamina, be more flexible, helps you after post-workout. And we do have an expert on our panel, Adona, that can answer all your questions when it comes to athletic performance. And also maybe you are healthy, but you want to continue to maintain this healthy lifestyle. So you're looking at ways to be able to improve and maintain that healthy cellular level. Now, redox signaling molecule in 1998, a Nobel Prize was shared among these three doctors, even though the redox was really discovered prior to that. But in 1998, these doctors received a jointly award about redox signaling molecules. Now, if we move forward to many years later, ASEA is the company that was founded by Verdis Norton and Tyler Norton, and it is responsible for actually bringing redox signaling molecule to the market. It's the first and only supplement on the market right now that contains active redox signaling molecule. These molecules are very native to the human body. So what they've done, they've looked and they searched and they found people and technology so that they can bring this molecule and be safe outside of the body. Now, having said that, ASEA does not cure or diagnose. It is just providing the body with the right molecules to maintain that cellular level. Now, let's see what the experts say. Dr. Gary Samuel, who is an atomic medical physician, stabilized the molecule outside of the body in a perfect balance, as they are found in the healthy cells. Now, to stabilize this, imagine that these molecules, they need to be in the body in one millisecond of a second. Otherwise, they turn into salt water. So you can imagine the task that it took to stabilize this molecule. So again, we have also Dr. Dick Walter. He's an emergency room physician, and he has a master's in preventive medicine and nutrition. And he said that redox deficiency is behind every major disease and illness that mankind suffers. Now, this is what the experts are saying, and all of this is backed up by peer reviews. So Anna, do you want to share with us, like, for example, what are the peer reviews right now? And you guys can go to Google Scholar and just search redox signaling molecules, and Anna will tell us what are the peer reviews right now.
Well, right now it's 2,130,000 articles that has been written by the scientists and medical personnel. Last week, exactly a week ago, it was 2,020,000. The numbers are growing because they're publishing all this information for us.
More and more. That's beautiful. Thank you, Anna. And also they've done a double-blind study where they took 60 participants, 25 of them drank ASEA, 25 of them drank placebo, and they were in a control environment, 40% male, 60% female. And after 8 weeks, each person on ASEA had a between 20 and 31 improvement in gene expression in these 5 areas, in their digestive enzyme signaling pathways, hormone, inflammatory pathways, immune system, and vascular health system. So let's see what happens on the cellular level. Before I talk what happens on the cellular level, I want to just cover what is mitochondria. So mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cells. It's the part of the cell that is responsible for turning the food into energy for the body. So when our mitochondria breaks down, free radicals and cellular waste can build up. So what happens is diseases are the result of a faulty degenerative mitochondria. So then makes common sense that we need to keep that mitochondria healthy in order to have that cellular health. Now let's look at what happens at a cellular level. So redox signaling molecules it's created by a byproduct when the powerhouse we of mitochondria here produces energy. And redox signaling molecule, they are responsible for detecting an imbalance in any of the cells that are broken and that they do not communicate anymore in the network. So what happens is the RSM goes in, and the first thing that they really want to do is they want to protect the cell. Then they go in and they make a decision with the neighboring cells, and they're going to look at, okay, are we going to repair this cell or are we going to replace it? If the cell is replaced, this is called pitasis. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Redox signaling molecule also, what it does, it activates your antioxidants. So our antioxidants, they need to be activated to fight free radicals. Another function that it has is our immune system communication. It helps our immune system. It improves our immune system. Imagine, when we go out there and, we are bombarded with all sorts of things. RSM helps that immune system to stay stronger. Another thing that redox signaling molecules does, it turns on the genes. So there is scientific proof that it turns on the genes on the 5 genetic key pathways. So now our RSM has 75 trillion plus cells. So there is about between 500 and 5,000 mitochondria in each cell. Now, the RSM also produces tissue. If our tissue is not healthy, it's going to affect our organs. And if our organs are not healthy, it's going to affect our system. And if our overall health system is not working well, then it's going to affect you because you won't be feeling well. So you can see how important it is that when our cells are healthy, then we are healthy. So also what the cell does, these molecules, they regulate every major organ in our body. For example, the brain, the lungs, the liver. And what the brain does, imagine those messages that go from the human brain, they travel along the nerves at a speed of 323 kilometers an hour. Now, just taking one step, you use up to 200 muscles. So an adult human blood circulates at 19,000 kilometers an hour. So you can imagine the circulation and the process that takes place in our bodies. Another thing I want to share with you is what is glutathione. I hope I pronounced it correct. Glutathione is a master antioxidant. So what happens is when redox signaling molecule increases our glutathione between 500 and 800%. Now, when our glutathione is low, then this is what happens. Most common related disease take place, like AIDS, muscular degeneration, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, diabetes, hepatitis, liver disease, so on and so forth. So you can see the importance of redox signaling molecule it plays in our body to sustain a healthy cellular level. Now I'm going to share with you some real results from people that have experienced this product. So here is Sherry's story. So you can see on the left, this is her mitochondria, and you can see these black little diamonds, squares. And this is an indication that there was a serious degeneration and oscillation towards a chronic disease state. So this was prior to redox signaling molecule. And after that, you can see that those black diamonds, they turn into this white markers. And these are a highest oscillation of health. So what she was actually sharing with us was that she was never able to get these white markers in her mitochondria and in her DNA until she started using redox signaling molecule. I have another real redox results. This is Anna. She was on ASEA for 2 years, and then she went and had an eye test, and you can see that came up at 2.75. She continued the ASEA, and 6 months later, this is her result. You can see how her eye vision has improved tremendously. And we have even more fabulous redox results from people just like you. Here is Peter in 2018. As you can see, he was really sick. He was actually given 30% chance of survival 2 years after a bone marrow transplant. Then you can see him here in May 2021. And here is Peter in November of last year, looking fantastic and healthy in every way. I'm going to share with you now more real redox results. This is Tracy's Stopper's story. You see here on the left, the before is her 1-month-old grandbaby, and you can see he had here a blocked tear duct. So she applied Renew 28 on the skin around the inflamed area, and after 1.5 days, you can see how that cleared up. Now, of course, children, they produce redox signaling, more redox signaling in the body, so it takes longer for them to actually heal. Now, here's some examples of what redox Renew 28 does. Will replace all these supplements here that are toxic, not to mention the cost that you'll be saving just by using this little magic tube that has redox signaling molecules inside. And Renew 28, here are the ingredients, is free of preservative, is paraffin-free, hypoallergenic, and sodium. It contains sodium chloride, and it's fantastic for the skin, fantastic to put on if you have a bruise, put in your eyes, on your face. I use that when I wash my face, and I put my ASEA products for my face. I have more real results. This is a young child here. You can see on April the 5th, she had some stuff that was growing underneath her lip. April the 6th, April the 7th, and by April the 8th, you can see how nicely this redox molecule helped her clear all that up. Now, how do we apply Renew 28? Well, they say that it's best to apply it 3 times in 5 minutes. You identify the area of discomfort and you just apply the gel. It comes in a form of a gel, and you do that 3 times in 5 minutes. Now, ASEA also produces other products. ASEA Via is the supplements here. And also we have the biome for gut health. Now, excuse me, whoever invited you here today, if you reach out to them, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to share with you if you have any questions about any of these products. So I want to say thank you for listening. And now if any of you have any questions, we are more than happy to answer your questions. So Anna, I'm going to pass it back to you. And I think I'm going to stop share.
Thank you, Lena. I actually, before we are gonna ask questions, I would like to go back to last week when the question has been asked, what is the difference between ASEA and Kangen water? I would like Mariana, if it's possible, to share her knowledge what the difference is. Thank you, Mariana.
Hello, everyone. So Kangen water is the water that's rich in hydrogen, and it brings our pH level towards alkaline, which is more healthier level, reducing inflammation in our organs, especially our gut and our blood vessels. And it helps us to lead a healthier lifestyle. It removes impurities, unwanted particles in the regular water. It's one of the parts of our life that help us to lead a healthy lifestyle, but it's only one part. Hydrogen is the one atom that is part of the redox molecules. Redox molecules, they have 4 atoms: hydrogen, oxygen, chloride, and sodium. So combination of these negative and positive atoms help us to help redox molecules to maintain homeostasis in our cells. And if our cells in homeostasis, they're signaling, they're ready to accept all the good stuff that we're putting in our body, such as oxygen through our exercise, good nutrition through good diet, sleep that brings lots of rest to our organs. And this is all-rounded affair of the good lifestyle. But what redox molecules do, what ASEA does, it works as a construction worker. Like, it accepts all the materials that we put in our body and know exactly where it needs to go. And the recovery of the body goes much faster. The Kangen water is only in the material, so it's on a different level. ASEA works on a very basic, like we in our organs are built up from the cells. So when the cells are healthy, when they're signaling and in good shape, then everything works much faster. And so that's, I hope that that's been explained. If there is any question to that, please, I'm more than ready to explain more.
Anybody else who wanted to know more about difference between ASEA and Kangen? Thank you, Mariana.
Welcome.
Do we have any questions? Please share with us. No? I actually wanted to welcome Nancy Montana. Thank you, Nancy. You are our special presenter. And I have a question to ask you. Can you elaborate between the stem cell procedure and how ASEA different from that?
Sure. Thank you, Anna, and thank you to everyone for coming here tonight. I have studied now through this holistic nutritionist course and done a lot of research on various ways that we can maintain our body. So for some people that may not know, the stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into many different types of cells in our body. There are actually two main types. One is embryonic, which is when we are born, we're born with these. And then there's the adult stem cells. Some people, when they encounter dis-ease, we don't call it disease, we say a dis-ease in our bodies, they think that they can go through this procedure to replace those stem cells. And it's a therapy that they think they can gain extra years of life. So in some people, they are fortunate that they can, because in sometimes it does work, but most of the times adult stem cells are hard to grow for long periods of time. Other than that, being an expensive treatment, maybe when you're just so desperate to do something like that, you don't look at all the things that are not good that comes from that stem cell treatment. Some people experience, through my research, of neurological complications from the cell mitigation from the graft site. Regions of the brain may get affected, with a possible source of a beginning of a cancer site. So why would we put our bodies through those treatments when we can drink the liquid ASEA? We put the gel, the Renew 28, on our skin, and it just penetrates through the 3 layers of skin, gets to our cells. Obviously, we need to drink, good water, good alkalized water. We need to have a good diet, good sleep, good exercise, all those things together, plus the ASEA, it just maintains our cells. And it's something that is native to our body. There's no side effects other than maybe some experience of detox, which is only good for the body because you're getting rid of the toxins that have built up over time. So that's my take on it, and I'm willing to explain a little more if anyone wants to. But not only do the stem cells get maintained through this product, but daily use of it improves all our cellular connections throughout our entire body. So that's my little take on that.
So, thank you very much. Our special specialist, can you add anything to what Nancy had shared with us? Anybody else? Thank you.
Go ahead, Adona.
I don't know much about stem cell research, but I'm thinking in terms of what Nancy was saying, that it's very hard to grow the adult stem cell. And I would think also that maybe, having a younger source of stem cells might be more effective, because just as our regular cells age, the stem cell that you're getting from an adult also may somehow be easily more defective. So maybe that could be a reason why it doesn't work as well, but it's something that I'm going to look into. Thank you for that information, Nancy.
Very good point. And what we don't always look at is the health of the person before they get into this stem cell therapy and the treatment. Obviously, the doctor is going to say all good about it. But if the person is on a lot of pharmaceutical, has a slightly unhealthy diet, doesn't have a good rest, like all these things have to come together and balance for the stem cells to not migrate into bad cells. Like that's what could happen from what I've read. So, you really, if that's the route that you adamantly want to do, just do the research, because from what I saw, there's unfortunately underlying effects that are not good that happen to your body. And it's really expensive too. So everybody's saying, oh, everything's expensive. Well, that is definitely expensive. The ASEA pales in comparison, and the ASEA gives you all natural supplementation, let's call it, to keep those stem cells and other cells that we have working at their optimum.
And can I also say that the stem cell therapy isn't permanent?
No, that's
Right?
right, because
Be
like
like
I said,
3 months to
it can't grow over
6
long
months
periods
or
of time.
whatever. So
Yeah.
you have to repeat that.
Yes.
Whereas redox is pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it works with your cells to keep maintaining them. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No matter what age, young or old. Yeah, you're right.
I actually have a question because Nancy mentioned a very good point. She says that, before we do the stem cells, we don't look at someone's health, whether they are on prescription medication. And so my question is for the panel. Let's say someone is taking a lot of prescription medication and they're dealing with some serious health issues. How does that affect their health when they take redox signaling molecule? I don't know who wants to answer that.
Well, I can answer that.
Yes, please, Mariana.
So with the prescription medication, as you mentioned in your presentation, Lena, like redox molecules, ASEA, is not to prevent, to diagnose, and to treat, but it's a native to our body. It has a potential to give us the better ourselves. That's something that we start missing throughout the life. Therefore, because it's native to our body, it's compatible with all the medications that person might be on. So therefore, we are not to take or to tell anyone that you have to come off the medication. It will come naturally. The more the redox will be replaced, redox will heal the cells. And when the cells are healed, then the health issue is going away. The only thing that the person has to do is to measure either through the blood work or through the measuring of the blood pressure or any other way that measure the number of pills or what kind of pills they're taking, or just a simple visit, of course, to the doctor and say if any status can be rechecked. Okay, and when the doctor will see that the numbers are improving, they're obviously reducing the number of medications that the person being prescribed. But again, ASEA is totally compatible with all the medications that person is taking. It's like you're compatible, so therefore ASEA is compatible because it's totally bioidentical and native to the body.
Beautiful. Thank you for that explanation. Any other questions that I see we have an 886 number here. Would you kindly tell us your name so at least we know who you are, please? I guess no.
Don't be shy. We don't bite.
Yeah, you're in a good
If we
place.
do bite, you can just put the Renew 28 and it's going to be pretty healing quickly.
You are in a good and safe place here.
Yeah.
So,
My name is Sperry Friedman. I have been listening to you all for quite some time. I've been on it for about a year now. And I'm happy. I'm happy. It's doing well for me.
that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing, Sperry. We love to hear beautiful stories, real redox results.
Yeah, it's doing well. You know, I mean, I don't know exactly where it's going, but wherever it's going, it's working. So I just took a blood test today, so we'll see the result of whatever, and I'll go from there. But so far, knock on wood, it's all good.
That's beautiful.
We have,
Awesome.
we have a question in the chat.
Yes.
Who wants to address it?
So what is the question? Can anyone explain what molecules are broken down in the ASEA solution and how those molecules take part in the reduction oxidation?
I'm going to give that one a shot.
Go ahead.
So in the ASEA, we have sodium chloride and H2O. That's the molecular form of water. So in the process, they deionize it, they put an electrical charge, they separate the ions, So they're free floating. And what happens is they reform in the same redox signaling molecules that we have in our cells. And what happens is we're actually replenishing what levels that we may have lost. And those signaling molecules, which are also called reactive oxygen species, send a message to the brain of the cell, telling the cell what status, telling the nucleus what status the cell is in. And if it's in an unstable form, what happens is a message gets told to the nucleus to start producing specific molecules that increase antioxidant production. So then you get a better balance and homeostasis within the cell. I don't know if I've answered all the questions of that, but that's kind of how it works. And it's a pretty cool mechanism that we have. Oh my gosh. That's why Anna looks the way she looks right now. I've been asking her, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm not telling. I'm not telling. Use your imagination.
Yeah, I'm going to use my imagination. I already know.
Anybody else wants to add to what Adona is saying?
Well, it's basically what I mentioned before. There is 4 atoms in the redox signaling molecule. It's a hydrogen, oxygen, sodium, and chloride. And the way the sodium and chloride is broken down and how that's changed during the process, this is a patented process that belongs to ASEA. And we just know the sodium and chloride. This is the environment in which the redox molecules been stabilized and were able to sustain the shelf life of 2 years with the percentage of 0.9%, the same like percentage of our blood and all the other solutions in our body, such as saliva and tears. So basically it's very low sodium, and we are salt, like basically everything salt that can heal. And sorry, I'm moved a little bit from the topic here, but that's basically, that's what it is. If you want to find out more, you just need to get in touch with company itself and find out more.
Thank you.
I want to ask you something. Do you recommend drinking alkaline water versus reverse osmosis?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Reverse osmosis removes, I'm only saying it because I was the culprit of drinking it for so many years, and I got worse osteoporosis because of it. It removes all the minerals. Even if they say, oh, we're going to put the minerals back again, because there's systems that do that, it's never to the level of what an ionized alkaline water does for the body. Yeah, you're trying to hydrate. You're trying to stay nourished with the minerals from an alkaline water. And then it depends. There's different levels. Like you can do a 7, you can do an 8, a 9.5. You have to see what your body can handle. So you start off slowly with those pH levels. But yeah, definitely, even, I don't want to say this, but even tap water is almost better than reverse osmosis from my experience, right?
Wow.
Yeah, it's a rude awakening. I got it first experience.
That's
And
very interesting.
if I could share an experience, because I just got my bone density results back the other day, and my doctor has been wanting me to go on Fosamax or all these other things because she's saying, you know, you're severe osteo, you should be on something. I'm using my own natural protocol. Plus it's 3 years now that I've been taking ASEA. The first year I didn't notice much difference on my bone density. The second year I started doubling the dose because talking to all the experts in this panel, I was suggested to up my dose a little more. So I did. And then this, just last year, I was taking a lot. And I, you know, yes, it does get expensive, but you can't put a price on your, at least I can't put a price on your good health and well-being. So I got back not worse like it was before, because I was lowering, like the bone density was getting worse and worse every year. This is the first year, and I haven't done anything different other than taking the ASEA and putting my gel application, that it's actually improved even a smidgen, but it's an improvement. So I think if I continue, I can.
How many ounces do you take per day?
So I just started with the basic 3 years ago, 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Then I added 2 in the afternoon. Now I'm at 6 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 in the evening. And that seems to be good. And if I go through a stressy day or, you know, feeling, well, I really never feel under the weather. I'm pretty good in health, I have to say. But if I feel, you know, you've been around people that are not well, then I actually take 4 in the afternoon instead of 2, and then 2 again at night. It's always 2 at night, no matter what. And I find if I don't take 6 in the morning, I kind of feel it in my body that I needed to take 6, not 2 or 4. Yeah. So it's a lot, but I know when I'm taking that kind of dose, I'm better. When I don't, there's consequences.
Yeah, I believe that, because I'm starting to feel that it's, you know, I'm taking 4 ounces, it's not enough. So maybe I should just take it at nighttime also. I mean, I sleep well. It has nothing to do with my sleep. I'm fine.
Yeah, I sleep well too. And I have a lot of energy too. But yeah, it's at night is the best. Your body goes through like a detox from 11 to 2.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're in bed by that time, hopefully, or at least part of that, that's when your body detoxes.
I go late. And in the morning, I mean, it's like if you want to have a cup of coffee in the morning, you just wait. You just don't have it right away. When after I take it, about maybe half an hour.
Yeah, I usually, when I take my ASEA, I wait at least 20 minutes before I brush my teeth or eat anything, sometimes even longer. But even before I put my coffee, because I'm a big coffee person, I do drink the alkalized water with a squirt of lemon and not freezing from the fridge, because that affects your body as well. So just hopefully room temperature. And you just drink that, because that's just hydrating you right away from all the stuff that your body's been going through at night. So if you're a little bit dehydrated, you're sweating or whatever, at least in the morning, put that water after your ASEA, put that water in your body, and then go ahead, have your breakfast, you know, and go about your day. And make sure you're drinking. Usually the rule is whatever you weigh, divide it by half. And that number in ounces is what you should be drinking just to hydrate.
Yeah, that's my problem. I don't drink enough. I'm always so cold, I want to drink.
Yeah, once you do, you do notice better results. You just need to really replenish the body with a lot of fluid. We're what, 80% already, right? So
exactly, yeah.
We lose.
And that's also a good way to sort of get rid of things that need to be purged out of your system. So if you're not drinking enough, it's sort of lingering in your body
system,
longer than it should be. So
we have, thank you. Thank you, Nancy. We have a question in the chat that I like to answer. Actually, we have 2 questions. One is from Anita, and is redox related to increased production of nitric oxide? Who can answer that?
Yes, it does. It just normalizes, like whoever has it less, it's normalized. It's amino acid in our body, and it can be increased either through the specific exercises or taking the specific amino acid, or redox molecules, when they replenished, they are normalizing the process of nitric oxide in our body. And it's very important to the cardiac health, to the our overall health, mental abilities, to everything. And actually, regarding the second question, is encouraging studies. It's a very interesting question. Encouraging studies, like we have here panel of 5 people, and we are study on its own, because we are not just recommending this product. We all have extensive experience with taking this product, and not only us, but our families, our close family, our friends, with very good results. In maybe more in some areas, maybe less in other areas of health or health issues, but overall, there is hundreds of thousands of people who've been already on ASEA. For ASEA as a company and production of ASEA just celebrated 12 years and 10-year anniversary about 2 years ago. So lots of doctors who started not just working for the company, but lots of doctors who've been introduced to this product by close friends, by colleagues, because they or their friends or their close ones were experiencing the health issues, difficult health issues. And when they saw the results, they saw that there is no other way but to share this amazing product. So if you're looking for any studies, then you can go on Google Scholar or PubMed. And Anna mentioned just there is over 2 million studies done, and you can look for the answers there. But if you want clinical proof, you can go on any ASEA Facebook pages relating to ASEA, and you will find hundreds and hundreds or even thousands of people who sharing their life stories, life survivor, and health improvement. And that would be better than real stories are better than in any studies, because you can talk to real person, and the real person can share with you what been before and how they are now. So that's my take on it.
Thank you, Mariana. Anna.
I would like to ask Luciana. She's our doctor of osteopath, and she is working, she understands the body, she works with bones and our skeletons and other things that she's master with. I think your input is gonna be extremely important from your end. You're qualified to answer a lot of questions. Can you, please?
Yes, sure. Like it is, what will be the question in regards with?
Well, we were talking about the bond issue because Nancy was talking about the bone density, and it can be we break the bones, or we have pain in our backs, and or we have degenerated disc. I think you know enough to tell us about it.
Yes, sure. So of course, like it's when we have one of the above that you just mentioned, it's also inflammation in the body that comes with it. So it's not only about addressing and correcting the bones, and there is where it comes that I recommend to my patients also the redox, because we want to help the body from within to actually reduce the inflammation, because once the inflammation is reduced, then also the bone, and as I know that Nancy was talking about even bone density, like it's improving. So that it's in short. I know that a lot of my clients had different issues with joints, knee, some of them, they even were going for knee replacement or hip replacement. And because of the inflammation that it was on that particular joint, whatever that joint is, that was creating a lot of issues, pain, and as a result of getting or being on ASEA, and reducing the inflammation. Some of them, they actually were able to save the not having the surgery. So that is what I can say it in short. So I will not keep it to people too long. But if anyone has any questions, particular or specific question, go ahead and ask. If anyone would like to add to what I mentioned, also, like, you can go ahead.
I just mentioned last week that in my fingers here, my joints, I used to have some discomfort. And I was on the ASEA, maybe I had already been on it, but it was discomfort that kind of came and went within like 5 weeks. And I didn't realize it until one of my clients had mentioned that his sister no longer has discomfort in her thumbs. And I said, oh my God, Erwin, it's gone. Because I couldn't knock on the door. I couldn't do anything. I was like using my palms and like, so now I'm good. And sorry, not to change the subject. We'll get back to Luciana, but I just wanted to mention, I think it was John that had asked if there's any outside research studies on the ASEA, and there will be some research that's going to be released probably at the convention in Texas, because in some of the former discussions that we had with the head office, they had mentioned that they have distributed their products to 10 different universities internationally, and some of the research is being done with ASEA, maybe even the cell performance and whatnot. So me being a former biochemist, I cannot wait to see this research coming out. So I'm going to be excited. Anyway, sorry about that. I just wanted to mention that so I don't forget.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. We have about 3 minutes left before 10 o'clock. So if there's...
I wanted to ask something. Did you have anything or knowledge of what could happen with the ASEA with a person with the dementia or starting with dementia? Does it work in the brain? I mean, do you have to drink the entire bottle? I mean, what do you do? You know,
How
people
old is
are
the
losing their
person?
memory left and right, you know, or forgetting words, and, you know, there's happening.
Can I address, I'd like to address the subject because I just been studying it for different reasons, but mental health is not just outside of the body health issue. Everything, as we mentioned before, we are at the base built up from cells in our nervous system, and our brain, it all has cells. So actually the redox molecules are so small that they're able to transfer through the blood-brain barrier. So yes, you're absolutely right. Depends on how extensive the damage being done, how extensive the dementia is, then probably would have to be addressed with the very high dose, and the high dose, what we discovered in the last few years, was 16 ounces per day. But at this point, not only redox molecules need to be involved, there is other supplements such as I see on LifeMax, I see on Omega, because they are very imperative to improving the mental health, mental clarity. Also, if the person is taking what in my own experience with my relatives, that if the person is taking cholesterol medication, statins, and it's on a Google, whoever wants to review that, it says that statins are FDA warned that statins are reducing mental clarity and increasing confusion, and something else, don't remember something also, in reducing memory. So first, a person needs to be In my experience as a cardiac nurse, especially with my husband, because he has genetically increased cholesterol production, and I've been treating him through the omega and high dose of omega, and we've been very successful in keeping up the cholesterol level. So omega will be very beneficial to the person who is diagnosed with dementia. Also, the LifeMax has one of the specific ingredients there is the green cantaloupe that is known for the improving of mental clarity. And that, again, I had the personal experience with that with my own mother, who after a year ago that she experienced, she was infected with the virus, was in the hospital, and one of the side effects of the virus was that she experienced severe confusion. Like she couldn't differentiate between the phone and the remote control. She stopped remembering my phone number, my sister's phone number. I spoke to people who've experienced that, and I was advised to add to Redox, to add LifeMax. I put her on a double dose, and I can tell you 4 days, and there was such an amazing improvement. She was calling me, she was talking on the phone, she started watching TV, just amazing, just amazing. So again, our nervous system, our brain has cells. It means that there is some communication is broken. Some cells don't communicate well. And as we mentioned before, the redox molecules is what needed to improve the cellular communication, cellular signaling. Okay, and so that's it.
And the omega. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, Mariana.
Interesting.
Well, it's we are at 1 hour mark, so if we have any other questions, if not, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry, just one spray, just one thing, just one more thing, very important. Redox gel, the Renew 28, forehead and temples, because it's increasing oxygenation and blood circulation. Very important for people with any mental health issues, even starting with something low as the headaches or migraines. So that's it on that.
That's right in this area.
Yes, forehead and temples.
Okay, thank you.
One more, can I address something? We have another question from John. I will provide John with additional information. You had asked about the universities that that tested. We have North Carolina. We have a testimonial from the university when they did the studies. I will be happy to provide you with a video with complete information. I hope anybody can add to it.
That was fun. This was fun. And Elena, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Really, really good. Nice. Really, really good.
Very good. Yeah, very
Woohoo,
informative.
Sia.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to all of you for being part of it.
Yes.
And I think it's important that
There
we
is,
continue.
sorry,
doing-
Anna, I think Genian's got her, she had her digital handout. Do you have a question for us? Janine, yeah, iPhone. I can unmute her. Do you have a question, Janine, or? I noticed the hand was up.
Oh boy. Okay, sorry, you guys. Actually, I had asked my questions in the back and I was trying to clap a hand for you and give you some hearts and show you some love for the job you did. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Much
you.
appreciated.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to all of you for being part of this presentation. I do hope that next week you will join us and come with the questions.
And invite your friends and family.
Experience and
Yeah.
bring the family. And just, we are gonna answer any questions. If we are not gonna find the answers here, we are gonna come next week and we are gonna do it again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Have a
everyone.
beautiful
Have a
evening.
good night.